Right, Scott, go for it.
Some characters from a deceased publisher.
Ride.
Dry people.
We're drawing.
Charlton
Charlton
Comics.
Comics tonight.
Charlton Comics tonight.
Yeah, that was pretty rough. I think we might have a slim room tonight. I know Drew, I forgot his daughter was in town visiting from Australia, so he may or may not show up. And if he doesn't show up, I won't hold it against him. Sandy wasn't scheduled, but she said she's going to try and make it, and she's here, but she's not here.
Oh.
So she's having problems with her camera and mic, I think. So right now it's just me and Scott.
Yay.
But here to give us some filler, well, hopefully some other people will show up. Let me where'd it go? Where did it go? Here we go. Right,
Judo Master.
So here, I just wanted to give an idea because the whole reason for doing this stream was to kind of give some love to some of those publishers that people don't know about or may have forgotten about or never heard of. And Charlton Publishers was a publisher that was around from 1953 to I want to say the mid 80s. So they had about 30-year run or so. And they started off with in the 50s they were doing a lot of pulp and romance. The monster books and the romance books. And then they got into the superheroes. And the interesting thing is because, a lot of companies got bought out or properties got bought out from companies. So some of their characters live on with DC. So Judo Master's one, right? If you watch the Peacemaker TV show, you saw the new version of Judo Master, right? Peacemaker. Peacemaker is in there, right? So Peacemaker's a character that started at Charlton. A man that loves peace so much he's willing to fight for it, But again, they had a lot of pulp comics like Reptosaurus there, you can kind of see here. They also did a lot of war comics, the Space War, but and then they were one of the comics that used to take up popular IPs from TV and stuff. So they did Bionic Woman and Bionic Man. Here's some, let's see, Air Force. Bullseye is a character that has lived on, and so is The Question. So you can find those now in DC, right? Blue Beetle and The Question. Right. Captain Atom, I think, is he with DC? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Captain Atom's now under DC, but he started with Charlton back in the day. It's Ghostly Tales. I just want to kind of throw out some of these creepy, and I got a list of artists too. But Bill Genius, is this Dennis the Menace like before Dennis the Menace?
I don't think so.
Because look at the icon. That sure looks like Dennis the Menace.
Is it?
Hello.
Who's the guy that? Hey, John.
We're just kind of going over some covers to give people a feel for what Charlton was.
Dennis,
you might know this. Is Little Genius? Is this a precursor to Dennis the Menace? John, do you know? Is this a precursor to Dennis? Because I'm looking. If you look at the face right next to the title, it looks a lot like Dennis the Menace. I was just curious. I've never read it, but
I wonder if the artist is the same.
John popped out.
Oh,
John's back. Okay.
All right, I hit the wrong button. Sorry about that. No, it's not a precursor. It's like everyone did like a lot of like spin-offs. Like if something was popular, then they tried to do their own version of it. I don't think that's a precursor to Dennis the Menace.
Okay, just curious because like I said, the face and the title looks a lot like Dennis the Menace.
Yeah. No, I mean I'm sure like there's a lot of like fonts that were very popular at the time, so they just kind of mimicked it.
And then we did Steve Ditko last week. I can look at this, and this has to be Steve Ditko. I don't see the name on the cover, but I'm looking at that. That's got to be Steve Ditko art, right?
It's all new beyond the grave.
It screamed Steve Ditko though. I don't know who did it.
It does.
Oh shit!
That's my favorite one right there.
Top Cat, yeah.
No, I can't even see it. I'm just okay.
I grabbed the thumbnail by mistake, I guess.
Yeah. Um,
Popeye.
it seemed like Charlton grabbed a lot of like licensed products at the time. So like,
Right. I think they were the company that did a lot of popular IPs.
Mhm.
You know,
Popeye,
Um,
the Flintstones, Abbott
Abbott and
Costello,
Costello. Yeah.
perfect example. It's the
Out of
second
This
zany
World.
issue.
Yay! Does that count?
Phantom. Who does the Phantom fall under now? Is Phantom DC also?
He was, but I don't know. No, not
Yeah.
just some independent guys doing it now.
Phantom
Oh, is
Phantom
it?
falls under Phantom. Phantom's still around, but it's under a different publisher.
Right. But I think he's independent now. I mean, there's a third company like a some not like an IDW or one of those kind of guys though.
Like IDW or Boom or something.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Um,
It's always interesting to see Tori cosplaying as him, and he actually has
Yeah.
the striped briefs.
Trunks.
So Flash
Yeah.
Gordon. Like I said, they started in the 50s, so they started off with pulp and romance. That was their main things. Career
Right.
Well, I thought it was
romances.
interesting how comics, they were all different genres, and
Yeah.
superheroes was actually the weakest of all of them. There was like Western, there was like romance and sci-fi and everything,
Or EC Comics.
horror and comedy and all things. And then, but for some reason, superheroes are the ones that kind of just lasted.
Flintstones. I figured that'd be one you could draw, John.
Yeah, well, I would just do the Flintstones,
Sherlock Holmes. They they did some of
There
the
you
classic characters. Space Mysteries. Space 1999, that TV show.
Yeah.
And this is early John Byrne stuff.
Well, that's funny because it's like when you hear 1999, you're like, oh, that's old. That's past it. Party like it's
Wow.
1999.
Shoot, I thought I had
2014, Hermes Press announced the publication of the Phantom comic book miniseries. So yeah, you're right. It's very obscure comic press.
Well, I thought I grabbed the publisher, but it's not. It's a
Mhm.
small screen,
That's
so
okay.
I'll have to read them. So here's some of the artists that work for Charlton that people may know. Obviously,
okay.
we talked about Steve Ditko,
Mhm.
Rocky Mastro Serio, Joe Stanton. Now Joe Stanton's a pretty big
Well,
name.
Joe Stanton's been around, yeah.
Don Newton. I know Don Newton mostly is an inker, but
You gotta cut your teeth somewhere, I guess.
Bob Forgione, Joe Gill. That's a for an old timer. If you're an old time reader, Joe Gill's a big name. George Wildman, Frank McLaughlin, Son Ho Kim, Dick Giordano. Hey, Batman.
Oh wow.
Batman guy. Remember Dick Giordano?
Yes.
I want to say Dick Giordano probably got to start on the romance side. That seems like it'd be right up his alley. Nick Cuddy, Bill Molno, Molno, M-O-L.
Mole.
I need to clean my glasses.
Mole.
Pat Boyette, Al Fago, Ernie Bach, Paul Kupperberg. That's a fairly big name.
Yeah.
Jack Keller, Warren Sattler, Mort Todd, Vince Alessia, Tony Tallarico, Pete Morrissey, Wayne Howard, Sam Glasman, Pat Masuli, Bill Fraccio, and John D'Agostino. D'Agostino. Sorry that graphic's so small. But anyway, I just wanted to kind of start off with kind of a retrospective and give an idea of what Charlton was and who it was.
Sorry, I came in late. So what is the big significance? Is it his anniversary or something? Or
No. This is something I wanted to just kind of start doing, like maybe once a month or something. We'll take a publisher and just give some love to the ones that, because everybody knows Marvel and DC and Image.
Well,
but,
well, it was interesting because Rick Holberg posted something about Charlton Comics. So I was just like, it must be an anniversary or something. Or, I mean, because what are the odds,
Well, I mean, they started in '53, so next year would be, I guess, a mark. But So I figured, I feel like John. Sandy, you still there?
Yeah.
Okay. Did looking at those pictures help give you any ideas?
I wasn't looking. I was drawing.
There you go. She's on
I
it.
printed out the characters I wanted to draw.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And I tried to watch some documentaries, but they were all very negative. So
Oh, really?
yeah, they were
a
like,
shame.
oh, they didn't pay their artists well, and the quality of
Oh,
print was terrible. And
yeah. Well,
Well, that kind of doesn't surprise me because as a comics publisher, comics weren't their main thing. They were a book publisher.
Yeah.
Charlton Publishing. And I think they just kind of got into comics as another revenue stream.
comics were kind of like looked down upon. You know, they were just like the funny pages kind of thing. They weren't really taken seriously. So, because even like didn't like Stan Lee used to say like, "Oh, I produced magazines," you know, and then he didn't right away say like, "Oh, I do comic books," you know, for a living.
Well, that's why his name is Stan Lee, right? Because he didn't want to use his real name because he was ashamed of being he didn't want to be associated with comic books or funny pages.
Is that what it was? Oh,
Yeah, that's why his name is not. He
like
doesn't use his
Leibowitz.
real name. Yeah.
I think that was one of the names in the for She-Hulk. One of the law firm has his name in it, his real name in it. Interesting. Yeah. So how's everyone doing? Everyone okay? Yeah, Andrew's at Aulani tonight, so he's not gonna be able to make it.
Yeah, I kind of figured with his daughter in town that he probably wouldn't be. But Ron's here.
Ron, hey Ron. Hey Ron.
Hey. So what's the topic tonight?
Topic
Charlton
is
Comics.
Charlton Comics.
Named after Charlton Heston?
I think it was
Sure.
a dance.
Oh.
No, that's a Charleston. Or was that a candy bar? I don't know.
Charleston Chew?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Charles.
I had some of these comics actually growing up. I probably still have them somewhere. Like especially like the Flintstones one. Flintstones, Great Gazoo,
Yeah.
Pebbles and Bam Bam. The thing about these comics is, they're not really acknowledged to like the artists.
Well, that's kind of what Sandy was saying in the documentaries and stuff she was watching, and it doesn't surprise me because, like I said, I think comics was kind of an afterthought for them. It's like, we got to make some comics, bring in some people and throw some money at them, but not much. And the other thing is like the comics industry in general wasn't artist friendly for decades.
Sure.
Didn't
you say like Neil Adams kind of helped fight for the rights, to keep
Right.
the pages and things, yeah.
Because they were all like contract employees, right?
Work for hire.
That sounds familiar. Anyway,
Well, see, the thing is, Neil Adams came from it was a commercial artist. It was a designer, illustrator, commercial art. And he came in the comics and, was just appalled by the contracts and stuff and how the artists were treated and the artwork.
sure.
The artwork was not even, wasn't valued. It was just like a commodity that, So that's why, Neil Adams had a big impact on stuff. And I think Steranko also.
Okay.
And, this is when it helps having Drew around because Drew's the historian.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. There's this stuff.
Darren's asking, are y'all familiar with Aspen Comics? I am.
Yeah.
Aspen?
Yeah, that was
like Peter Steigerwald and
Yeah.
Mark Silvestri, right?
yeah. What's his name? Was it Silvestri? No. Oh my God.
I think Silvestri was Top Cow.
Yeah, no, but the guy, not Witchblade. What's her name? Oh my God.
Not Turner, right?
Well,
Michael Turner. I'm sorry, Michael
Turner.
Turner.
Michael Turner. Yeah, you're right. Michael Turner.
Fathom, yeah.
Fathom. And then
he passed away really young. It was
Yeah.
kind of surprising. You know, Sam knew him really well. Sam
Yeah.
Campos. And, I remember at Jellies, I think they came down, and then I guess he was dating that playmate, I guess, from here. Was it Lisa Marie Scott?
What?
Wasn't Michael Turner dating Lisa Marie Scott?
I don't.
Anyway. But
yeah, so
what was the whole thing about Aspen Comics? Why was that brought up?
no, Darren was asking that because
okay.
we were talking about like little known publishers and stuff. I think Aspen's fairly well known.
Yeah, and I think they're still coming out with material.
They have a nice big booth at the major cons usually.
I think
but you
CLO
know, I'd like,
has some work for them.
yeah, that's where her character was published through Aspen.
Lola.
X.
Lola XOXO.
Yeah.
Lola.
But like I said, you know, the whole reason for this is just to give some love to the smaller publishers, the defunct publishers, the ones that are no longer around.
Yeah.
You know, I figured we could do like, remember Virgin Publishers and
Wow.
CrossGen. Remember CrossGen?
CrossGen, Valiant,
EC,
Sundra.
like Scott was mentioning, EC Comics. We could do some poll.
We're going back in that direction.
We are.
We can do that little known company, Marvel. I think they
Marvel's a little known company. Yeah. Okay.
They almost went under, in the 90s.
I thought both almost went under.
If it wasn't for Toy Biz, what's his name? The Toy Biz guy, Marvel might not be here today.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
I remember they filed for bankruptcy.
Yeah, and then Marvel was dragging his company down, so he's the guy that kind of helped flip it around.
Yeah. Well, DC had always had Warner Brothers under its belt. I mean,
right. That's what. Yeah, so that was kind of what tripped him through. And then, so I guess they weren't doing so bad, and then Disney came in and was able to scoop up Marvel, and then so now they have all that stuff on all that.
But that's kind of the impetus for this. It's just to do some of the lesser known publishers and hop in the Wayback Machine and look at stuff like that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Speaking of Wayback Machines at Disney, did you hear that Doctor Who got picked up by Disney?
What got picked up?
I mean, they're gonna be producing it or something. So you can only watch the new Doctor. It's not on BBC America anymore, so it's gonna be on the Disney Plus.
Yes, I have that.
So it's like, damn it.
Yeah.
I hope they don't pull Classic Who from HBO Max, because then the three jam up.
I saw was it Zootopia Plus started today?
I haven't checked it out yet, but yes,
Yeah.
it's out. Sandy, did you watch it? I know you seem like you'd be a Zootopia person.
No, I haven't been on Disney recently.
Me too.
Hey Sandy, did you watch that Scooby-Doo Trick or Treat one?
I started it, and then my daughter was like, "We already watched this already," and so I didn't finish it.
It seems very overly cartoony.
Yeah. But I'm gonna turn it back on when they release The Last of Us.
When you get some private time. It seemed very overly cartoony, like almost like a little too much cartoony kind of thing, which was kind of weird, But
I did go back and watch the Courage one though.
Oh,
how'd you like that one?
Thought it was cute.
Oh,
I actually talked to the creator of Courage when I was in college because I had to do an interview on an animator.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's
He
kind of
answered
cool.
me back even though he was in Africa.
Is it Courage the Cowardly Dog? What do you mean? What is Courage?
He's that little pink dog, or is it purple? I don't know what color he is.
So it is Courage the Cowardly Dog, right? Am I thinking the right thing?
Oh, it's a cartoon series that was on the. You remember when we did cartoons?
Mhm.
It's about that time it came out.
But it wasn't the full title, Courage the Cowardly Dog?
Yeah, Courage
Yeah.
the Cowardly Dog. Yeah,
Okay.
and then so recently they did a crossover with that and Scooby Doo.
Right before the actress for the older lady died.
Myrnia.
Oh, really? She passed away? Oh, that's
Muriel's voice
yeah,
actor.
Muriel. Yeah.
What's
Ah,
going on?
I'm still amazed that Frank Welker's still Fred after all these years. I mean, he was on the original Scooby Doo. Amazing. I guess now he's Scooby Doo since Don Messick and everyone else passed. Don Messick passed away.
Just realized drawing Captain Adam. He's got curly hair. Not too many comic characters have curly hair.
Yeah. And do E-Man. Not He-Man, E-Man.
There's a YouTube channel called E-Man's Movie Reviews.
Is it really?
No relation, but
Oh.
I imagine you said you had probably something like the Flintstones and stuff.
Huh?
You had some of the Flintstones comics, right?
The comics? Yeah, I did. It's weird though, because it's like sometimes they felt like off model. Like they just spit it out. Or like, oh, the colors were wrong, and you're like, as a kid you get a little bit bent out of shape, it's just like, hey, that's the wrong hair color.
Did you see
We're
the
wear
new,
green?
newer
Huh?
Flintstone stuff where, I don't know, the Barney, I guess, what's his name? Kevin Michael Richardson's been doing the voice of Barney lately, and it's so different than
It is
anybody.
different, yeah. Well, it's hard to replace Mel Blanc,
Right.
but yeah.
Hey,
Although,
is it hard to
Although-
replace Mel Blanc?
huh?
Is it hard?
Well, he's done so many voices, and to imitate it. But there's a current actor, Eric Bauza, Bauza, and he's also an animator
Oh,
too.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
he's currently doing Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Marvin Martian, and he sounds exactly like it. It's kind of frightening, actually, how accurate it is.
I watched the stand-up special with Gabriel Iglesias because he did the Speedy Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, but he does a lot of voices. It's, if you watch that special, he goes into a bunch of them. He's like, he was telling Warner Bros., "Hey man, I'll do all the voices. You can buy the rest of the people."
That's funny.
And he goes into laying out all the voices you can do. It's like,
There's a lot of comedians that do a lot of impersonations. Like, what's his name? Brad Garrett, the guy who does, Everyone Loves Raymond, the Big Brother. He does a really good Cosby impersonation. And he's done a lot of cartoon voices too, actually, and he kind of does his own voices. Yeah. I guess as a kid, I never really paid attention to like brands of comics, but yeah, I guess I did have a lot of these Charlton comics. Probably like got it off the spinner rack at the store or something.
I mean, if there's any other lesser known publishers or like defunct publishers that you I guess want to
Well,
cover.
didn't like Gold Key do some comics too?
Well, Gold Key, Classics Illustrated, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I used to check those things out of the library in my school all the time.
Oh yeah.
Classics Illustrated. Anybody else look at those?
I don't
Just
think
me?
so. Maybe just you.
We're old, Mike.
You're not that old.
I'm almost as old as you. Hey, Ron's my age.
I mean, if you didn't check out Classic Illustrated from your school library, you can't be too old.
I don't remember that one.
Here's people. What's a library?
Library.
What's a book?
I'm going to kick those people.
You're gonna kick those people.
We had to take Kitty to the vet, right? And so Sonia went in, and I thought, I don't want to hang around here. I'll just go to the new library. There's a new library up in the La Crescenta area, just really nice. So I walked in, and I just saw some tables on the side, and I just said, "Oh, I'll just sit here and just sketch a bit." So I went there and I sat down. I was like, "Man, these tables are really short." It took me like 15 minutes to realize, hey, I'm in the kids section.
Everyone's like, "Hey, get that guy." What's this guy doing in this section?
Well, it was during I guess during school hours, right? So nobody else was in the library. I was just sitting there thinking, man, these desks are just way too small. And then I looked at the books that was, on the shelves. It was like, oh, that's why. These are for kids. And I look across the library and like, oh, those are regular chairs and tables.
See, Darren's saying he understands Marvel and DC are the first to come to people's minds because these days the creations are more than just comics. Even if you didn't read the comics, you may have at least been aware of, say, a movie or TV show based on their comics. Yeah, they're pretty well known at this point. Marvel and DC both.
Now, I mean, maybe like, I don't know how many years ago, 30 years ago, the average person may or may not have known.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if they did like all the Hanna-Barbera characters for Charlton.
I don't know who was Popeye. Popeye wasn't Hanna-Barbera. It was
No, Popeye was
King.
Yeah, it was King. So that's why they did Vito Bailey and Dennis the Menace and Blondie, because that was all King Feature Syndicate.
Oh, me. Okay. Mm-hmm.
That was actually a decent. Cartoon.
Dagwood.
Yeah, Dagwood and Blondie.
Dagwood and Blondie.
Did they do a live action Dagwood and Blondie? Why do I feel like I saw a live?
I'm sure it is, but it was like an old black and white. I think. I don't think they've done like a recent one.
What other smaller publishers do you think we should do, or alternate publishers? Eclipse, remember Eclipse?
Eclipse, yeah. There's Tundra. There's
Mirage Studios.
Mirage, yeah. We're all doing Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Good one. Yeah. From Malibu.
Malibu. Yeah, that's right. That's where Men in Black came from.
Yeah.
I could get into some Malibu. George Perez did a lot of stuff with Malibu.
Yeah. No Talent Comics? No. That was our comic back in the 90s.
Yeah, Antarctic Press.
And that's still around.
Oh.
Ninja High School. Yeah, I wonder what the Disney Comics was under. Like, were they their own things, like Uncle Scrooge and all that? Because I remember having all those.
Were they? I want to say they were Dell.
Oh yeah, maybe they were Dell. Yeah.
I'd have to look, but for some reason I'm visiting a Dell stamp on the cover.
Not Adele. Dell.
Delphi Records.
Ron, were you a comic book reader when you were a kid?
Yeah, but it was mostly like everybody else, Marvel and DC.
See, I had a lot of the weird ones because the way I would get comics is there was a swap meet in Arizona at the Greyhound racetrack, and my mom would give me like $20, and I would just find like there's people selling tons of comics for $1 or whatever, and I walk out the big stack, and I just get whatever I could, So I've got a lot of odd things.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like my mom bought us a bunch of comics too, and if it wasn't DC or Marvel, I kind of just didn't even look at it. But I do remember there's a few that I remember she had brought home, and I'm like, I don't even know what comic book company this is, and just tossed it to the side.
You're such an elitist, Ron.
Hey, if it didn't have Batman or X-Men, that was basically it when I was a kid. I only read Batman and X-Men. So.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Harvey Comics.
Harvey, yeah, there's a good one.
Yeah, Harvey with Casper and all. Like, I was just thinking Richie Rich. Is that Archie Comics?
Little Lulu. Richie Rich, Casper.
Hot Stuff.
Oh, I've had that. Yeah, I remember having some of that.
Yeah, see, I read a lot of like the funnier stuff, so like Richie Rich and Archie's and stuff like that, and all the serious stuff I kind of put on the side because I didn't like having the episodic thing because I don't have the next comic, so I don't like it, and I didn't know where to get the next one.
So who does Love and Rockets? Is it Fantagraphics?
Oh, yeah, I think so, actually.
Who does Love and Rockets?
Yeah, Fantagraphics is another one that was kind of big.
Yeah. Yep. Arctic Press, Fantagraphics. Look, that's what I mean is we can give some love to some of these publishers that people have forgotten.
Dynamite Entertainment.
Well, you just
Titan Comics. Yeah,
IDW.
Dark Horse. IDW, Dark Horse. Oni, Top Shelf.
Oni, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Who used to do
It was Viz. Huh?
Usagi's went with a couple, but who did he start with?
Tundra, Mirage.
Was it Epic that did Gru and all those guys?
Yeah, Epic. But
Yeah.
what was Albedo? Albedo was that was the first Usagi. But yeah, he jumped around too, just like. But he jumped around too, like with the Mutant Ninja Turtles. So you know, Mirage and all that. So
I think Eclipse would be a fun one because I still remember like Scout, the Indian character, the Puma Blues. Who did Aardvark?
huh? Cerebus?
Cerebus.
Aardvark? I want to say
Who did
Dark
that?
Horse.
Is that Dark Horse?
I don't know. I'm not.
Feels like that's the thing you say, right? If you don't know, if it's not Marvel or DC, Dark Horse.
Yeah. Oh, shoot. Who was the one who did ElfQuest?
Eclipse? No.
I mean, there's a few comics, that came out of like left field. Like Myth Adventures was under something. Warp Graphics.
Oh, I've heard of them.
Yeah, that's ElfQuest. Yeah. Anyway, back to Charlton Comics, which we know nothing about.
Except that it was created by Charlton Heston.
Ron's writing the Wikipedia page as we speak.
Created by Charlton
We
Heston.
may need to fact check that.
That's the thing about the
After he did
Wikipedia. Anybody can write anything in there.
Oh yeah, after he did the Ten Commandments, he decided to create his own comic book.
No, he did the Planet of the Apes, didn't he?
Well, that's after, right?
Oh, okay.
He did the Ten Commandments.
10 Commandments.
Yeah. Because he got the Ten Commandments from God, and that's when he said, "You know what? I'm gonna do a comic book company."
I always like that. There's a history of the world. I have these 15 drops one. 10 commandments.
Mel Brooks.
Wait, is that the one? History of the World, right?
No, bro.
I think that's the one where he was in that I guess Roman marketplace, and the guy was selling pipes. And yeah, he was like selling, I think, pipes. He was selling pipes. He was, get your pipes here.
Oh, okay.
Way over the future, get your pipes or something like that. And though everybody's like, eh. He says, you can pump the shit out of your home. And everybody went, ooh. And started gathering around the guy. I think that
it was funny. There's so many good things in that movie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to rewatch it. I don't remember that pipes part.
I think that's where Marjorie Taylor Greene got the idea for Jewish space lasers because they had Jews in space.
The Jews in space. That's great. The Inquisition.
Was she up for re-election?
Yeah, she won.
Whoops.
She won, but she was. There was no way Flowers was going to beat her. Just the way the district is, populated.
Yeah. I don't know.
You guys off on Friday?
I am. I'm going to see Black Panther Friday.
Oh, cool.
I am not.
I think Drew's going to see it too on Friday. I think he's going to Dole.
He's going to the IMAX version.
Yeah.
I'm cheap. I'm not doing the IMAX.
Still didn't even see Black Adam yet. So.
Is it a better experience? Like, you know?
Yeah, I mean it's a bigger screen basically. You know, on the aspect.
Sure, the sound is better.
Yeah. But it's also $8 more a ticket, and if you're taking multiple people, that adds up quick. How are we doing on time? 40 minutes. Anybody have anything to show? Yeah, I'll show mine when you guys figure that out. I'm doing Captain Adam. I think the ink's almost done. I got to just do the best.
Captain Adam.
Captain Adam.
Yeah.
Got anything?
I'm almost done with mine.
Scott's got the Phantom. I had a feeling you'd be doing the Phantom. I almost did it, but then I figured, Scott's probably done. Take a look over. Let's see. Looks like John's got a little Flintstone going on.
Yeah.
I do the Peacemaker too if you want to see that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow. I was thinking about doing him.
Better beat John Cena.
Yeah, I'm sure he drew the John Cena version of Peacemaker because
John Cena.
you won't be able to see it.
Oh, there it is. He has it right there.
All right. That's good enough. Okay.
You got to get John a camera.
There you go.
Hey, Fred.
It's so blurry I can't read it.
Really? Is it blurry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
You got a bad connection. Same as last week. Your connection.
Really?
Hey, Fred. What are
you doing? I invented the comic.
Wait, no, that's not.
Come on, everybody, all at once.
Hey, Fred, what are you doing?
Hey, Fred O'Pell, buddy boy.
All right. Sandy, you have any
Amazing what the Flintstones were.
Hello, Blue Beetle.
Hey, Blue Beetle.
Yeah.
I'm not good at
Very-
muscular guy.
It looks good.
Hey,
All right,
Sandy.
let's move on to the next one. You know, I have. Well, you know what? I can try to reboot. You know, because I have my computer on all day. Maybe the camera would be clearer then.
It's fine.
You sure? I can restart. It's not a big issue.
No, we're going to crowdfund right now. So send money to Mike.
Send money. That's right. We need to crowdfund. Get a new camera.
Get John a new camera.
For just $8 a month.
That's like a page. I have to show show all these
sorry.
blurry images. $8 a month. You could actually see what these are.
That's just $2 a week.
I'm an angel.
$8? Why, that's more than $7.
Well, it's a better investment than Twitter.
Yeah. Oh, he went there. He went there.
And that's why it was $8.
Oh,
What's
my.
that?
Did anybody see Weird?
Oh, I didn't see that yet. Did it come out?
Yeah.
Oh, Weird Al?
Oh, I'm gonna have to watch that. Yeah.
I was gonna watch that. They put it on for free on the Roku.
Yeah, on the Roku. It's free.
Oh, the Roku has it. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to watch commercials with it, but it's free.
Yeah. Hey, I'm all for free.
Hey.
Did you watch it?
No, I'm
Yes.
waiting for Randy because he would have been mad if I watched it without him.
Don't tell Randy, but I watched it.
I
But if
want
you
to
don't
watch.
if you don't want to watch it,
Did Daniel Radcliffe do a good job as Weird Al?
You know what? See, it's
oh, that's a no.
no.
Yeah,
It's
kind of.
it's you cannot look at it as him playing weird because it's like, okay, you know, like how, what's his name, the guy that played Freddie Mercury in Bohemian Rhapsody.
Uh-huh.
You can kind of say he did a good job playing Freddie Mercury type of thing.
Right.
Daniel Radcliffe is playing a caricature parody version of Weird Al, so it's hard to say he did a good version playing Al because he wasn't really playing Al.
I say it's a parody of.
It's a parody
Ironically,
of a biopic movie, basically.
Ah. So no, man.
If you go in looking expecting a Weird Al biopic, you're gonna be really disappointed.
Oh,
But it's like UHF, basically. It's
okay.
like
So it's
really
kind of a.
crazy absurdity.
I'm more. How was Evan Rachel Wood as Madonna?
She's okay. I mean, I don't know.
I'm not liking Scott's reaction here.
me neither.
No, because
Not helping.
I'm trying to look at it as
His review.
how do you view this movie? Because it's not a if you go and watch wanting a biopic, it's not a biopic.
Oh no, I'm expecting it to be a dramedy, kind of like Walk Hard or
Spinal Tap or something.
Yeah, so it's everything you think. It's like they flipped it upside down, and it's just the craziest, weirdest thing.
Okay, so it is weird.
I went to the
I like it.
I was interested because like they're like her and Madonna and Weird Al having like a torrid affair in the show. It's like okay,
Right. And then that's like the mild version of what happens in the movie.
Are these based on his real experiences, or it's just a story about him?
It's like if you say that I saw a cat walking down the street the other day, and then in the story I tell you this cat jumped out in front of me, and then the cat started singing to me in dog language, and so you take it to this extreme other level type of thing.
Okay,
I have no idea what you just said, Scott. Is it like that? Is
it's
that
a little bit over the top, basically.
Yeah, it's way over the top.
It's taking like a situation, like an incident, and then like yeah.
I'm confused how it could be over the top when Weird Al is over the top.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
maybe
that's
good.
how over the top it is.
Are there any reviews already of it out there?
I'm sure there are.
Is it better than Black Adam? I don't know why
You
you
didn't like Black Adam?
I don't even threw that in there.
I didn't see it.
I thought Black Adam was funny.
Okay.
I've only seen that end credit scene of Black Adam. But I'm
I saw
biased.
the end credit scene. What did you fall asleep in the whole movie?
No, because I didn't watch it yet. Because I knew what was going to happen, so I went looking for that last scene.
It was like, I know I bought a ticket, but tell me when it's at the very end.
Tell me when it's over.
I'll go back in.
Because I wanted to see that one part, that one part that's supposed to be this huge spoiler that everybody knows about.
Oh,
I see.
did you know about it?
yeah,
Did you know about it?
it's pretty hard to keep it secret when the star of the movie's like, oh yeah, this happens.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, hey, Mr. The Rock, that was supposed to be a secret.
Oh, so who shows up?
The Rock.
Anybody not know?
I don't know. Who?
It's been up for like 3 weeks, right? So isn't this a fair game by now?
Yeah, it is. So,
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So
Wait,
Superman shows
those
up
of you at
again.
home watching this, if you don't want to know, then jump off for about like 5 minutes.
Yeah, but send your $8.
Send you $8. I think that's the name of the episode. $8.
Superman shows up to the John Williams theme.
Is it really Henry Cavill?
It is
Yeah.
Henry Cavill.
Oh wow!
Wow.
And he looks like, I mean, he looks like Superman. Like
They gave him the spit curl.
yeah, oh my God, they gave him the spit curl.
The heck was that?
Something Asian.
Yeah, was that for the spit curl?
No,
That's Warner Brothers calling him to shut up.
Wait, wasn't there? What was the name of that kung fu character that we saw? Was it Kang or the one from Charlton?
Judo Master.
Judo Master?
No, there's another one. It's like a one name thing, like Kang or Yang or something like that.
Oh yeah. I saw
When I was scrolling through, I saw it, and I'm just like, wow, this wouldn't fly nowadays.
Yeah, I saw it too.
It's very on PC. It is Yang. And they have the
Bo
house
and
of
Yang?
Yang. I don't know. It's just Yang. See? Yang.
The Yang.
Yang. Like yin yang. I think I'm gonna have to draw this guy.
Or not.
I'm finishing this first. One thing at a time. So what have you guys been watching on TV? What series have you been watching? Andor.
Yeah,
Andor what?
Craig of the Creek.
Craig of the Creek.
I like that show.
Yeah. I think Brady Evans, you know that artist?
Yeah.
I think one of his friends he went up to visit does storyboards for that, I believe.
For what?
Craig of the Creek.
Craig of the Creek.
Or used to. I don't know. I don't know if it's still around or not. Yep. Let's see what else is going on.
I'm watching the new Quantum Leap. That's fun.
Oh, how's that one?
It's good.
Yeah.
The thing they did right. It's not a reboot. It's a continuation.
Oh, really?
So it's in the future, and they don't pretend like the other series never happened. You know, it's like it's a continuation of the project.
So what happened to the other Scott Bakula's character?
Sam Beckett still in?
He's never made it back.
They just said that he just never made it back, and he's still out there.
And the admiral died. His daughter is in the show.
Oh.
So are they looking for him? Is that why the guy's running around leaping?
Well, that's kind of a mystery as to why the guy's leaping. That's the mystery. Like the new guy, why is he in there? They haven't really revealed that yet, so I couldn't tell you exactly why.
Oh,
He's gonna end up in Michael's comic.
Did what's his name? Al. What's it? Was that guy's character kind of in there at least or something? Or
well, that's what I said. His daughter.
Oh,
that's the admiral.
So what happened to the admiral? He died. You said
he died. Yeah, the admiral's dead, but his daughter is still involved in the story. So.
Oh.
Did Bakula? Did he make a cameo or something?
Not yet.
He gotta be. He gotta, right?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Did anybody watch the show Kevin Can Fuck Himself?
No, but I seen the trailers for that. I seen
I always laughed at that title, but I never watched it.
Like the Asian love interest in that is the one that's playing the new Jumper.
Oh, okay.
What about Ziggy? Is Ziggy still there?
Who?
Ziggy.
Isn't that Buck Rogers? Oh no, Ziggy. Ziggy.
Yeah, he would always say like, "Oh, Ziggy's doing this or Ziggy's doing that."
No, they've got a whole guy. They don't have any of the original cast members, but they do talk about him. You know.
But what about the PDA thing?
The PDA thing.
Yeah, remember Al had that little computer that he was
display of affection.
It was like Ziggy says something.
Yeah.
Yeah, they still have a supercomputer, you know, and then there's There's a different person that acts as the hologram when he's jumping. But it's only the first season, so they've introduced. There's another jumper that they ran across. They don't know what that person's doing there.
Interesting.
Maybe it's their competition. Like Hammer and Stark.
Yeah. But I'm enjoying it. And like I said, I think the thing they did right was not making it a reboot. It's actually a continuation of the story of it.
Okay.
So they just jumped it in the future. Got new people in charge of the project.
Mike, you said you like that Blockbuster series, huh?
Yeah, that's fun.
Okay. I've seen mixed reviews on that. But, that's everything. Everything is mixed reviews.
Yeah. Everything's mixed reviews. Yeah. People just can't have fun anymore.
No. Don't have time.
That's right. Just look at this election.
I can't waste my time watching a series I wouldn't like.
The world's on fire. I agree, but that's why I'm watching the stuff that makes me laugh and take me out of my head totally. For a minute.
Yeah.
Sandy, how are you doing?
Mm.
I know you said you've been having kind of a tough time with things lately. Feeling better today?
No.
No? Anything we can do to help?
Mm. I don't know.
Tell us a joke, Mike.
That's a joke.
That was random.
Oh, cheer up a bit.
I'm trying to think because most of the jokes I
Sing
know.
us a song, Ron.
I think the point is to cheer everybody up. I think, and that's kind of Scott's department, right?
That's Scott's department. Good save, huh? Oh man!
What do you always say, Scott? It's not your territory, or it's not your jurisdiction.
It's not my jurisdiction.
Stay on your side of the street.
Yeah, so that's Scott's jurisdiction right there.
Okay. Stay on your side of the street.
What was it? What kids say, stay in your lane.
Yeah, I can't believe it's November already. It's just speeding up.
Yeah.
I thought maybe I was going to have a new comic from Maui, but the way it's going, it's like I don't think I'm going to get around to it. Oh, this paper is horrible. Or my pen is just dying. Or both. I always wonder how you got into like doing these comics, back then. I mean, I guess it's the same way where you had the portfolio review and you sent in your samples and see if you could do your work, stick to the deadline. It's so different nowadays.
In the old days, I think that a lot of it was just like being in the right place at the right time.
Pretty much. But I remember going to San Diego Comic-Con and they had like portfolio reviews and guys had like tons of their artwork they were lugging around so they could meet people.
I did that.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I guess you don't really need to do that anymore now. It's like, just look at my webpage online. Get some samples.
Yeah.
Times have changed. Kids will never know that joy of lugging that huge black portfolio around.
Joy, huh? I don't know if I call it joy.
I meant it sarcastically. I gave mine to Kalani. He's still lugging that thing around.
Portfolio?
Yeah.
Why does he have your portfolio?
Oh, because I didn't need it, and I figured he needed something to lug all his bigger pieces.
Oh,
in.
the case.
Yeah. The black case.
Yeah, Lonnie carries enough supplies. Looks like he's carrying a body around, you know?
Very possible.
Aaron says he watched the 10th Doctor episode's Doctor on HBO Max. I guess that's for Scott.
Yeah, I guess probably it was IDW. I was like, didn't they do a Doctor Who comic? Kind of recently?
Yes.
Probably was IDW.
Yes.
Was it good?
I liked it.
Yeah.
But I'm biased.
Didn't that one kind of talk about the various doctors? There were different ones.
The whole thing was that they'd have one issue for each, like each doctor had their own series.
Okay.
So they had like multiple comics going on at the same time. So it wasn't really crossing over or anything, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you like had one for like 10th Doctor, 11th
Yeah.
Doctor.
Yeah. And they look good. They really look like them. They really resemble the actors. The story-wise, it was good. Decent.
It wasn't bad. Some of them were kind of. For the most part, they were pretty good.
Okay.
I don't know. With Doctor Who coming to Disney, I'd probably start watching it now.
Yeah, but then, man, it's not right.
Why is that not right?
Well, I gotta get Disney Plus if I want to watch that.
Oh.
I don't need Disney Plus.
Now you do.
Yeah.
I thought you had
Do
Disney
you
Plus.
wanna
Can I
watch
have Disney
that?
Plus?
No, there's nothing there for me to watch.
Disney Plus?
Yeah, other than maybe the National Treasure movies, maybe that DuckTales thing. Yeah, that
all the old cartoons. No, what the Darkwing Duck and all that.
He's just because they don't have Batman, he's not interested.
You don't want to watch the Star Wars?
Star Wars, Baymax series.
No.
Too many streaming services now.
Trying to find how Captain Adam's powers were drawn. There's really not much other than like a atom shape around his fist.
Kirby Crackles.
Yeah. What did I just watch recently? was on Netflix. Oh, Netflix, Bad Guys. I never saw that before. It was really good. It's almost like Lupin is animals.
Oh,
Yeah. Actually, there are a couple of scenes that I was like, hey, they took that from Lupin. Like, I remember that scene.
Yeah, man, I guess I gotta watch this thing now.
No, it's fun though. And the animation was just like, I don't know, I was really impressed with it. Like, especially like the car chases and stuff.
It's the same people that did Sing, right?
No, this is DreamWorks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Sing was Illumination. And I guess Illumination is doing the Mario movie, I guess. The Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah, I watched the trailer for the Mario. It looks good. I mean, it looks good. Visually, it looks
wrong.
good.
It sounds
wrong. But it does look good, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I really like the rendering, but it's almost like, hey, this could be the video game, you know? The way the video games are going with the cut sequences, you know? It's so good now.
That sounds good.
Next week is Black Panther.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully you guys will have a chance to see it before then.
Uh-oh. Something fell.
Like I said, I got my tickets for Saturday.
Like that.
Fine.
Nobody's seen it yet, right? Black Panther? Wakanda Forever?
No.
Oops.
Anybody else have the tickets besides me?
I'm gonna wait till it's streaming.
On Disney Plus.
Yeah. So you should get it, Scott. That's like the what do you call Marvel's Batman?
Somebody try to use that argument with me on what's his name, Moon Knight.
Oh, did it work?
Somebody try to use that argument with me for Moon Knight.
Yeah, did it work?
Watch Moon Knight. It's Marvel's Batman.
If Batman was poor, had a multiple personality disorder, and had some kind of mystical connections, maybe. I mean, when they say that, it's mainly that he's a street level, you know. It's not that he's like Batman, but he's beating up thugs in the alleys, kind of, you know.
Oh.
And so, Scott, you said yeah and started watching it, right?
No.
Oh. But you don't have Disney Plus.
No.
No. We're doing that time. That's 8:10 already. Oh.
Scott refuses to give Disney any money.
I don't refuse to give him any money. It's just like there's nothing different to watch.
Speaking of giving me money, $8 for to get John a camera.
Yes, today's theme.
I don't know that it's his camera. I think it's his connection.
Oh, $8 to get John a
$8.
connection.
Because he's been clearer before. You didn't get a new phone, did you?
I did not get in. Well, I'm using my laptop.
Maybe that's why.
That's what's upside down.
Upside down.
I think it's your connection. I don't think it's your device.
Yeah,
I have
so.
I have a webcam I can give you.
I have a webcam, but when I tried to use it that one time, it was like really, it was just as bad. Like I would need like some kind of I don't know, like an arm to put it over my, behind my back so you can see what I'm drawing. Darn, what else did this say for Charlton Comics? Oh yeah, I was gonna do Yang.
Bo and Yang from SNL.
I don't know. I never watched a lot of that. I know a few skits from SNL.
Is that the frozen food? Isn't it General Yang? No.
Yeah. Good to keep the yang up. Is that the golden child? The ancient simple yin yang. Yin is dark and evil. Yang is light and good. But each is tinted with its opposite.
That's for those of you who are over 50. I mean, getting that reference.
Although it's funny because if I put this in my afterwards I usually put these out for people to see. They'll be like, "Who the heck is this guy?" I probably should find someone a little bit more recognizable.
Yeah, I figured you'd hop on the cartoon side, like the Flintstones, or
Yeah.
too much. You're up your alley. You want to flex a little bit.
No, that's fine. I'm just trying to find something. Oh, because you may as well just have said it was like cartoons, so that's all I was doing that.
Oh, hey, look, it's Drew. Hold on, Drew.
Drew.
My goodness.
We weren't expecting you, Drew. I figured with your daughter in town, you'd say the hell with us.
I almost forgot, but then I remembered, and sorry, we were at dinner, so I'm a little late. But
no, you're fine. I didn't realize you were even coming on at all.
A little.
Well, you guys were doing Charlton Comics, so
yeah. Okay, well here we go. So, what do you know about Charlton Comics?
Here we go.
Well, I mean, you guys have
probably John.
Tell us
already
about
gone over everything.
tell us about the Charlton Heston connection.
From what I understand, Charlton Comics was the same publisher that made those Harlequin romance novels. Did you guys go over that?
Well, Mike said he was a book publisher first, right?
Yeah. So that was what they made, those Harlequin romance novels.
Oh.
And I guess they discovered that when you run a printing press, it costs money to stop because every time you stop the press, you have to do maintenance on it. So it was cheaper for the company to keep their presses running. And so in order to keep their presses running, they started thinking of different things they could keep publishing so that the presses wouldn't have to be broken down for maintenance. And one of the things they decided on was comic books.
Oh. So
Yeah, we kind of talked about the comics wasn't their main thing; it was like an afterthought for them.
Yeah,
they were a book publisher.
It was just so they could keep those presses running. That's all they really cared about. So
it was a cost-saving move, then, right?
Yep. But yeah, because that company really didn't care too much about the comics, and they were also one of the lower paying comic book publishers as well. They they didn't. There wasn't a lot of oversight, so the people that worked for them could pretty much do whatever they wanted to do.
I did go over like a list of the artists and stuff that worked for them. There's like some names in there that I didn't really think about. I mean, we talked about Steve Ditko last week, but Cooperberg and let me bring up my list again.
Yeah, Paul. What was his name? Paul Kupperberg. John Byrne. I think his first published stuff was with Charlton.
Yeah, he did Space 1999 and Doomsday +1.
Yep. His first ever comic he ever worked on was called Wheelie and the. It was like Wheelie and the Biker Bunch or something.
Wheelie and the Chopper Bunch. That's the Hanna-Barbera cartoon.
Yeah.
John Burns, one of John Burns' early works.
Yeah. I think that's his first published work. Was Wheelie and the Biker Bunch. So or Chopper Bunch.
Chopper Bunch. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I had that comic.
From what I understand, Charlton was a good place to learn. Like a lot of artists, like, you know, because the stakes weren't high, and you basically, you know, figured it out as you went along. So a lot of artists said it was a good place to learn.
I'll bring the list back up. Setting, present.
No.
Bigger this time. Put it in a Chrome window so now. You see that? But there's some names that jumped out at me, like Dick Giorgiano.
Yep, Dick Giorgiano. Jim Aparo. Yep,
Joe Gill.
Another guy.
There's a lot of names I don't recognize, but
Pete Morisi.
Yep.
Pat Boyette.
Don Newton.
Yep, Don Newton.
So they had some names. They probably weren't names when they were there, but they had some names.
Don Newton famously had redesigned Robin's costume because he was going to be the artist on Batman. And when Jason Todd became Robin, Don Newton had a new design for the Robin costume. Yeah. And then I think it was because he died. Don Newton died, and then DC didn't use that costume.
Well, there you go.
Oops. Looks like I just broke my charger to my phone.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, no.
I hear the smarmy robot going off.
Emo. You okay?
Bite me.
Oh. He said thanks, the feeling is mutual.
Someone listed off shows they've been watching.
Fight.
I don't know who. Moon Knight, Werewolf by Night, and/or She-Hulk. Who's saying that?
Somebody's watching those.
They're making suggestions for other topics?
No, because I was asking what is everyone watching, and I guess that's in reaction to it.
Oh, yeah. I haven't watched the new episode of Andor yet.
Oh, that's Mark Gould. Hey, Mark.
Hey, Mark.
Mark's watching Moon Knight, Werewolf by Night, and/or She-Hulk.
Nice.
Good. It's a pretty good collection. Yeah. Of those, I think Moon Knight's probably the weakest of the bunch, but it was still good.
I enjoyed it.
Andor is killing it. If you're
Yeah, it's so good.
Andor is the most grown-up Star Wars ever.
It sure feels that way.
Yeah. I miss lightsabers.
Well, that's the thing. It's like Andor's getting like tanked because the people are like, there's no Jedi, there's no laser swords.
Yeah.
Where are the space wizards? But Andor's like it's almost like an origin story of the rebellion,
Yeah, I think it's cool.
How times it?
Well, that's the prequel to was it Rogue One?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is it 2 or 3 seasons going to have? It's supposed to end like right before Rogue One starts.
Yeah. And isn't George Lucas making the sequel to Rogue One?
Oh, I don't know.
Rogue 2?
I thought he was.
No, New Hope. Isn't New Hope the next? Is it episode 4 of the sequel?
Yes.
All right, there's my Captain Adam.
Yay. Old school Captain Adam.
Old school Captain Adam.
I forgot to bring paper and stuff with me when we went to the resort, so I'm gonna have to use my iPad.
Yeah, I didn't know you were inside the house. Don't they have like paper and all that at the souvenir books and stuff like that, or by the phone?
Actually, I think there is a little pad of paper by the phone and a pen.
Yeah.
No, I'm just gonna keep going.
I'm looking at the pose that Drew's got out there. Remember when Xerax first joined Xerax Domingo?
Oh yeah. Spawn.
He would always draw those like characters in that running pose.
Like a swastika kind of thing. Yeah.
A swastika? No, it's not a swastika.
Swastika.
That's what it looked like to me. The way it was like the way he was running. I mean, I thought that's what
The swastika run.
I don't know. That's what it looked like to me.
But I did use the distort tool to try to make it more of an extreme.
Too extreme.
I'm trying to figure out who I should draw next. Anybody have a Charlton character they like drawing?
I'm doing M.H.Cannon Thunderbolt. I don't know if anybody's already done Thunderbolt.
I think you're the only one.
Sergeant Steele.
That's an actual character.
Yep. And he's one of the ones that made the transition to DC.
Okay.
Yep. He was featured a lot in the Suicide Squad comics.
Like his whole thing was having a steel hand, right?
Yep.
Sarge Steele.
He was kind of reminiscent of Nick Fury to me.
I'm looking at some covers right now. He's definitely kind of a pulp throwback. Trying to get a feel, because I don't remember reading the comics. I remember seeing the character. I don't think I've ever read it. Start to Stewart. Let's see. Fedora, Old-Timey Sue. Shoulder holster. Punisher hairstyle. He's like a young, mean J. Jonah Jameson without the mustache.
Yeah. He had that like flat top.
Gotta get rid of Spider-Man.
There's nobody like Spider-Man.
That's like the way he says it. He has that Spider-Man.
Spitterman, Joseph Spitterman.
Oh, you're talking about
Spider-Man.
J.K. Simmons.
Yeah.
The yellow M&M.
He's a good Jonah Jameson.
Oh, he pegged it. Yeah.
Mark Goldwasser. We should get Mark in here sometime.
Yeah. There's a lot of people. They got to do those. You're gonna do those interviews again.
Yeah,
cool.
but I'm only gonna do like one a month. I'm not gonna
okay.
try and do a bunch.
Yeah.
So Rich will be the first one in January.
Cool.
Try and schedule one a month.
Yeah.
John, you should do one because I forgot who you are.
What's that?
You should do
wanna-
one because I forgot
me?
who you are. Yeah, I forgot
Oh,
who you are.
yeah. Oh,
Who are
we can do
you?
another. We can do another 2-hour interview.
Yeah.
Who even are you?
Oh, now it's getting exoskeleton. Now it's getting metaphysical. Who am I? What am I?
They don't even know anymore.
Yeah.
How come we never get our Maui friends to do this stuff? Like, where's Bernardi?
I don't know.
Has he ever done a drink and draw with us?
No.
He has a family.
He's got too much class.
I mean, I know he works hard, and he's always, he's working on his own stuff. But I think didn't he just finish
Comic
Kukui
is
Project?
done. Comic is done already.
Yeah.
I think he's going to move on to the next project.
Yeah, I don't know. I get the feeling he thinks he's better than us.
I have a Bernardi cat topic one day.
It's funny. I was laughing pretty hard when that happened, but I don't think I realized initially. I think he really was kind of feeling bad about it.
Oh yeah, he was bummed out. I was bummed out when that happened.
The whole thing just seems so ridiculous. I couldn't believe that he was really bummed out by it.
Hey, what?
Oh, Ron, do you know the story about the Bernardi cat?
Yeah.
You were there, weren't you?
Yeah, I was there. Thanks for noticing.
I don't remember which year it was. That's why.
That's 2019.
Yeah.
2019.
That was my first Maui comic.
Mine too.
That'll be coming up soon, December 10th and 11th.
I know, I got a lot of work to do. Gotta get ready. Gonna be the mad scramble.
You get a table?
I do.
Yeah, it seems like it's gonna be pretty big this year. There's a lot of artists going up. Well, Mike, you have that Super Saturday coming up. Looks like they're kind of advertising everybody.
Where? I haven't seen anything.
Oh, on like I think on Instagram and Facebook, they're kind of like featuring everybody one at a time. All the vendors.
What's that Super Saturday?
The 1-day event, like kind of like a like a con, kind of like pop culture stuff. Comics, manga, K-pop stuff.
K-pop? Is that still a thing?
My daughter says, mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Does she like K-pop?
Even in Australia?
Well, they're closer.
That side of the world.
Australia's closer to Korea.
That side of the world, that's a big thing, right? Well, over here too, I guess.
She says her little sister likes it, but
Oh, cool.
she says she's not.
She's not into that stuff. She's more into the manga theme, the anime theme.
Yeah.
My daughter liked the K-pop, the androgynous boys.
Oh, yeah. I still have that drawing that we did, Mike.
I thought she was going to say now she's into Metallica. Yeah.
She says, "Oh, I love Metallica."
Yes.
Oh, and she says, "And Def Leppard."
Yeah. All the 80s bands. Heavy metal bands.
If you remember, there was a anime. It's based off the manga called Bastard.
Yep.
And it came out in the 80s.
Yep.
And there's like all these references to
Yeah.
like all these
Heavy metal references.
heavy metal things. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they had to change it. They had to change it in this updated version.
Oh.
But it still has references.
Yeah, you can tell. It's like, you know,
Like they talk about like
Metallica and
Mustaine and
Yeah, Megadeth. Is that what Dave Mustaine?
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I've only watched a couple episodes of it, but I liked it. I thought it was good.
it's funny. Yeah. They really captured the feel, and even the characters still looks originally like 80s, 90s.
Although I can't help but chuckle whenever they say Dark Schneider.
Yeah, dark in here.
Dark
Yeah.
Schneider. That sounds dirty. I don't know what it is.
Does he still do the House of Hair?
No, I don't think I saw that.
D. Snyder used to do like a radio show called D. Snyder's House
Oh,
of
that's
Hair.
right. Yeah.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
I still like that old music video. The Twisted Sister one. And the father saw the kid with the album cover, and he goes, "What is that?"
I always like the video for "Be Cruel to Your School."
I don't remember that one. But
It was D. Snyder and Alice Cooper.
I gotta go and watch that. don't remember it too much.
I think the video you're talking about was that we're not gonna take it.
Yeah, I think it's that one.
Yeah,
Well, that was
like
another
that.
one too, right? They had the same guy from Animal House.
That's right. It was a Niedermeyer.
Yeah.
Man, all my pens are dying.
I really
This is paper.
I should probably try to do more real anatomy because I just do cartoon anatomy.
That's fine.
I just kind of guess where the muscles are.
Hey, that's how Rob Liefeld does it.
It works for him.
Hey, did you see
You need
Kaimana's thing for the Maui Comic Con?
Yes.
No, what did he do?
Poster.
He kind of tried to do like a Dennis in Hawaii with all the guests.
Nice.
You know like how he did like the New Yorker last year.
Yeah,
Yeah, he nailed it.
man, come on, it's so good.
Yeah, he is good.
Mm-hmm.
He makes me sick.
Mm-hmm.
Hey!
Mm-hmm.
Don't be jelly.
Oh no, not jealous. Envious maybe, not jealous.
Okay.
But I'd rather be a first-rate Drew Gutierrez than a second-rate or a third-rate Kaimana. So
Okay. Would you rather be a hammer than a nail?
it's always better to be the hammer than the nail.
Okay.
I don't know, I'd rather have a bottle in front of me than a frontal lobotomy.
There you go.
It's good.
Eh.
Oh my. Oh my. Oh yeah, half an hour. Yeah. So I got time for one more.
There's always time for one more.
Michael, are you familiar with Pat Boyette?
Pat Boyette. It doesn't ring a bell.
He drew a lot of comics for Charlton, but I think when Charlton had the license for the Phantom, I think he drew the Phantom.
Okay.
And those two walks.
But he also did like a lot of the horror stuff, and he was the artist on Peacemaker. And anyway, he was the artist who I think he designed. I could be wrong, but I think he designed Marvel's Ulysses Bloodstone.
Well, that made me think of something. Did you watch the you know how the Marvel does those, or Disney does those making of and the behind the scenes stuff? Like the
I've seen a
things?
couple of them.
They have one that Michael Giacchino made on his making of Werewolf by Night.
I haven't watched that yet.
It's more like a documentary, and it's got like his whole family's in it. You know, there's like like the history of Michael Giacchino. Like, how did you get into this?
Well, it's interesting because I only knew him as a composer.
Yeah, well, that's what he's mainly known for.
I mean, it's cool that he's decided to make the leap to directing. I love Werewolf by Night. I thought it was great.
I guess he'd done a couple of short films, but this is like nothing of note,
Decomposing.
That's what musicians do when they die, right? They decompose.
When they erase their stuff.
They decompose.
Dad jokes.
How I
Well,
feel.
you are one, so I guess it goes with the territory.
A dad joke?
I was gonna say a dad, but
Oh.
if you want to be mean, I guess you could say.
You know what, John? Fuck you.
Whoa.
Hey, achievement unlocked. Push my
And that's why we have the TVMA rating on the video.
Good night, everybody.
We do?
That's now going to be my ringtone.
Yeah, we keep these TVMA just in case. So when John takes shots at me, I can call him out.
I guess okay. It's inherently sexist, but whenever we have one of the female members with us, I always try not to curse as much. I don't know why. It's like a subconscious thing, maybe. But I find myself trying not to
Sandy, let him have it.
I don't care.
Because you guys are sailors.
You're cowboys.
Cowboy?
Yeah, right.
Did you sing that already?
Yeah, kinda.
Did I miss that?
Kinda, yeah. But it wasn't a very good one.
It wasn't a very good understanding.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Kind of hard to I'm a Charlton comic.
That's some text now. You can redo the song.
There you go.
I'm
We learned more about Charlton Comics.
It's I don't know if this is true, but the rumor I heard was that the same presses that they used to print the comics on, they used to print cereal boxes.
Like Sugar Smacks kind of post cereal kind of stuff.
I guess.
Well, I remember there was a time where they had a cereal called the Sunday Funnies.
Oh yeah?
And they printed the comics on it, and you could open up the back, and there was like more comics inside. There was all the King Feature stuff, so like Luann and Hagar the Horrible, Vita Bailey.
Well, I mean, Charlton had the license to put out. For a while they were doing the Phantom, and I think they had an unlicensed Tarzan for a while. I guess they didn't have the approval to do Tarzan, but they did it anyway. And but I think Charlton also put out like a Flash Gordon briefly. So maybe they did have a deal with King Features.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they did print those cereal box funny.
Maybe.
Comics. But Charlton wasn't always. They weren't known for their quality. That's for sure. There were a lot of stuff that was like kind of off register.
Yeah, but that's the charm of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, Drew, you missed the conversation earlier. We were talking about like what are some of the other small indie defunct publishers that you think we should cover?
Well, I mean, I always liked First Comics.
First.
Refresh my mind. Memory.
First,
what were some of their titles?
They did American Flag, Howard Chaykin's American Flag.
Ah, yeah, okay.
After Charlton went out, E-Man, Joe Staton took E-Man to First. So First was putting
the best.
What else did they do? There was a comic called Warp. Star Slayer, which was Mike Grell was doing sort of like a Celtic warrior out of time, like comes out of like from the past, ends up in the future and becomes like a space pirate.
Yeah.
And it's kind of, I mean, nothing against the comic. It was a good comic. It's just that it's more well known because that was I think it was Star Slayer #2 was the first appearance of the Rocketeer. It was a backup feature.
Oh, there you go.
Hmm.
But yeah, First, I don't know. They put out, I liked their comics. And then eventually, when Pacific Comics went out, I think that's where, yeah, Pacific's the other one. Like Nexus, I think went from, was it, I can't remember if Nexus was Pacific or if they were Capital Comics, but I remember Nexus eventually made its way to First. First also did Grimjack. And I think First brought Lone Wolf and Cub. They did the the English translations of Lone Wolf and Cub. And I also have a First Comics edition of it was the English translation of Go Nagai's Mazinger.
Yay.
They were early in the manga game for the US, so.
Okay, First. We could do First. I figured like once a month we could do, one of the lesser known publishers.
Do you know anything about the 1970s Atlas comics?
Well, I mean, I have some.
Yeah.
But my memory's not like yours. So like Atlas, I know the name. I'm sure I have some stuff, but I couldn't think of it off the top of my head.
Well, they put out some interesting stuff. From what I understand, when they were recruiting talent for Atlas, they would like literally stand outside the offices of like Marvel and DC and wait till they saw artists walking in and be like, "Hey, how much are they paying you a page?" And they'd be like, "We'll give you this much," and like stealing people away from Marvel and DC where they could.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what title. I'm taking a quick look now. I mean, I think what character rings a bell for me.
Let's see. They had a character called the Grim Ghost. There was the Destructor. Destructor was Steve Ditko and Wally Wood.
The Brute.
The Brute was there like Hulk knockoff. Yeah. What else did they do?
What was that one? Was it New England? Was it New England Comics that did
New England Comics? Yeah, that was who did the Tick. Which, if I remember correctly, New England Comics was a comic book store, and I think Ben Edlund worked for them.
Oh, okay.
And I think they were like, "Hey, this kid draws comics," and so they decided to publish his comic.
I like it.
I finally watched the Tick. The new one.
Oh, on Hulu.
Yeah. Well, I watched it on Amazon, I think. But.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I mean. Amazon. It's good.
It's cute. It's weird for me because like the one that plays Arthur Griffin Newman.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know who he was, but I used to watch the movie Trivia Schmodown, and he was a competitor. Like,
Oh,
like he's like he's like super up on movie trivia. And he's also the voice of Orko in the Kevin Smith series.
oh, is he really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's just weird to like, oh, I know him from like a game, like, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, there. All right.
All right. How's our time?
10 minutes, and I think here's Sergeant Steele.
Yay!
Wow.
Hey, nice.
All right, so I did Sergeant Steele and I did Captain Adam. That's
Yay.
my Charlton for the night. And here's my latest thing. Some of you, if you follow me on Instagram, I'm trying to put more color into my work. So I'm doing a thing of nature spirits. Watercolor pieces.
Nice.
I've got 3 done so far.
It's a brand new book for this.
I've seen 2. I haven't seen the third one.
There it is, right there. I posted it earlier today, but I finished it up right before we started streaming.
That's groovy.
So,
Groovy.
but that's, I got 34 sheets in this thing, and we put a different one on each page, and it'll force me to do more color. And do something a little outside my wheelhouse there, not drawing, superheroes and monsters. And
Well, it's still elements of the fantastic, So.
yeah.
The Fantastic Four.
All right. Anybody have anything you want to show?
Fantastic.
And
Almost
stuff
done.
to promote here, Scott. Scott has. There's Scott. Hey, why you got that big empty space in the lower right? There's nothing there.
I messed up.
John Cena.
I never finished drawing it.
The Phantom, Blue Beetle, The Question, Peacemaker. All right, good stuff, man. Is that everything?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Scott. Anybody else have anything to show?
Okay.
John.
Sorry,
John.
I know it's all blurry. Is it still blurry?
Yeah, you're still blurry.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's too bad.
Hey,
No.
Fred, what are you doing? Hey, Fred, I did the first comic.
Yeah.
Invented the comic.
There you go. Then I did Peacemaker.
With the
Hey!
dance, doing the dance. All right.
He's doing the dance. That's great.
I think that dance is just so hilarious, and the fact that everyone's doing it too, it's just great.
Yeah, no, that opening is fantastic.
Oh yeah, it cracks me up. Then I did Gorgo.
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
that was actually a big hit for Charleston or Charlton. Yeah,
Gorgo. And then I kind of rushed like a Blondie and Dagwood. Well, just Dagwood, I guess.
Dagwood, yeah. Gotta have that huge ass sandwich.
That's what he's known for. It's like all these characters, all these cartoon characters have something like
Yeah,
a food
Dagwood
related.
sandwich.
Like Garfield has lasagna and it's the Dagwood sandwich.
All right.
Okay.
Let's see. We'll look over Drew's shoulder here on the screen.
It's Running Man.
so that's a character called M.H.Cannon, Thunderbolt.
Whoa.
Thunderbolt.
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 It was by a guy named Pete Morisi, I think his name was, and that was a early Charlton character.
Nice.
That's all I got.
Ron is joining the stream. Here we
That's
go.
right.
Wow.
Ron is in the
Oh.
building.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who that is, Ron.
Nyoka, the Jungle Girl.
Okay.
Nyoka the Jungle Girl.
I need to practice drawing my women.
It's a interesting outfit for the jungle.
I know. You should see some of the other outfits she has.
It's functional. It's very funky. It's
Very appropriate for the
1950s functional.
She's ready for adventures in the jungle.
It's early Tomb Raider outfit.
From that, yeah.
It's fantastic.
All right.
It's good. It's awesome.
Yeah, who have I got left? Oh, Sandy.
Sandy.
Sandy, you still here?
Yeah.
Sandy's been awful quiet tonight.
Okay. Yeah.
Late for you.
I like that Blue Beetle.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know this
Oh.
character. Who's this one?
Oh, should I have to look it up?
I've seen that character.
Oh, she's on that list.
Nightshade.
Nightshade, that's right.
Nightshade.
Nightshade. Nice.
How's that?
From this one.
Oh,
How's that?
Pebbles and Bam Bam.
Nice.
Pebbles and Bam Bam.
All right. Well, I think that's everything. Anybody have anything to promote? John, you got some stuff coming up, right?
Well, next week I'll be at Mililani High School. I forgot what it's called. It's a crafting gift fair.
Just hanging out at Mililani High School. Aren't you a bit old for that?
Yeah, you know what I mean. Nothing else better to do.
Picking up
That's like
shit.
next week, so I'm not even thinking about it this week. I figure I can promote it next week.
Hopefully they don't call the cops on you, John.
Yeah.
He's going to be hanging out at Mililani High School until they put that restraining order on him.
Yeah. It is. It's, do I even have the info here? I think I do, actually. It's the...
When is Maui again?
Maui is December 10th and 11th. And they still need, if people want to,
Volunteers.
donate money and stuff like that.
Speaking of donating,
November,
$8 a month
$8.
to get John a stable internet connection.
yeah. Wait, it's weird. StreamYard keeps popping a message up for me. Maybe that's why I'm not getting a bad reception.
Yeah.
Anyway, November.
It's letting you know you don't have a good connection.
Probably. So I need $8 so I can pay for the connection. November 19th is the Mililani High School Athletic Foundation Food and Craft Fair.
Okay.
I believe it's
Yes,
from like 10 to 3.
My alma mater.
Drew, you got anything
Is that your
coming
alma
up?
mater?
So
Yeah.
I am working diligently to get my comic ready for Maui Comic Con.
Yeah.
Unlike John, but go ahead.
That's all I got really going on, and I'll have a few other copies that I'll try to distribute to some of the local shops here in Oahu as well.
All right. Sandy, you got anything coming up or you want to promote?
Nope.
All right. Ron?
Just Bob's Burgers in the Great North on
Fox.
Sunday at Fox.
They still have the Great North going?
Yes, Sandy, they still have the Great North going.
I couldn't get into that show.
Ron's not out of a job yet.
Not yet.
We're working on holiday cards. Since we like to do a holiday card, we do.
Oh, that's right.
I'm going to be turning them in December 19th, so I need everything by December 18th.
Okay.
I'm going to do one.
Oh, and the calendar.
Oh yeah, we got
that's
Scott
please.
calendar we got to work
Yeah,
on.
please.
Calendar. I'm not on that project.
Oh.
King Eddie posted earlier today about
I saw that with Vincent.
doing a memorial 2-page spread for Vincent Kakua.
Yeah.
So if you'd like to do something for that, just send it to me on Facebook or message me and I can give you my email if you want to send it that way. But I'll do like a collage kind of layout and put them all together. So you don't have to do like a whole page. Just a single drawing. I would target like 3x5, 5x7 around that size, so that we can do a bunch of them on a 2-page spread. But that's going to be, I need those by like the end of the month so that I can get the layout to them by the 7th of December. I'd love to have some feedback for, these guys, do a little something for Vincent Memorial.
Yeah, actually, I guess his birthday just passed, I guess.
Yeah, that was kind of painful to see that reminder.
Yeah, it was.
Man.
I got reminded of that,
It's the same birthday as Tori, though, right? So, well, okay.
Yes.
Goes to walks.
What else?
That's it.
We got to see Jason Monroe came to town. I got to post a picture of him later.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Croaky man.
Croaky. Nice guy. Yeah,
next week,
he came at the craft fair, too.
Next week's topic is Black Panther. So hopefully some of you will have seen the movie by then. I know. I wanted to save it for after the movie so I could see some of the costumes and stuff. You want to see the new Skinny Panther?
Skinny Panther.
You've seen the trailer, right?
Yeah.
It's a Skinny Panther.
Okay. You draw the new Namor.
The new Namor, yeah. Namor coming for your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Namor. His name Namor, not Namor.
No more. Namor, no more.
Don't get me started on that, Scott.
Yeah. No, I'm. What?
Fight.
Wait, they're changing the pronunciation of his name?
Well, they gotta make him Mexican now.
Oh.
That still works, though. Namor.
Yeah, but I heard a rumor, and I hope it's not true.
What's the rumor?
So the rumor is that his name is actually
Lost.
It's like something like Hijo sin amor, which is like the boy without love.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds more like a nickname than a name.
So, well, the nickname for Hijo sin amor is Namor. But they say it Namor.
More.
Oh, instead of sin amor.
Right. Which means without love.
Right. Well, it's better than Hijo de puta, right?
I just think it's funny because it's like when Bill Everett created Namor, that wasn't his intention. It was just Roman. He just rearranged the letters of Roman into Namor.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. Interesting.
Well, they could have gone with something like some Aztec or a Mayan flavor,
Well, I guess it's a good thing it wasn't Manor.
I mean, look, I think part of why they did it is to distinguish him from Aquaman, because Atlantis has a distinct, like Aquaman's Atlantis has a distinctly, Greco-Roman feel to it, and but they're not even calling it Atlantis in Black Panther. It's Talocan.
Yeah, that's one of the things that surprised me is they went way off because there is a South American myth already about a lost city, and it starts with an A. It's not Atlantis. It's like Aslan or something like that.
Aslan.
Aslan.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised they probably didn't want to get caught for appropriation. So
yeah.
But it was weird to me that they went up with a made-up name because there is a myth that already exists. All right, I think that's it.
We're good.
Any last words?
Come quiet.
All right, everybody
It's good
say
seeing you guys. Aloha.
Aloha.
Yeah, I finished it.
Dagwood colored in. Look at that. All right, ending the broadcast.